Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing absolutely well. Guys, in this video we will be practicing questions that are going to be very helpful for your upcoming TCS MBA exam. Okay, so if you are also going to appear for your TCS MBA exam, I would highly suggest that watch this video and practice the questions that are there in this video. Basically, we will be covering questions on numerical ability, business aptitude, and then your verbal ability. Okay, so make sure to watch the video till complete end, and if you have any doubts in any of the section, you can ask me in the comment section. Before we start the video, I just want two things from you guys, that if you are finding this helpful, please write the word helpful in the comment box, and if you want more preparation material, let me know that too in the comment section also, because when you write helpful and preparation material, I get to know that how many of you are preparing for it, and I can post better content for all of you going forward. If you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet, and there is a complete playlist on my channel related to TCS MBA. Make sure to check that too, as there is a lot of content that I have posted in that playlist also. So let's get started with today's questions. A product's price increases from rupees 500 to 575. What is the percentage increase? Okay, so let's see. Let's first of all find out the increase in price. Okay, so increase in price is what? 575 minus 500, right, which is going to be 75. So increase in price is 75. Now percentage increase, we have the formula as this much increase divided by initial value. Okay, 500 multiplied by 100. Okay, so this will finally give us what? This will cut by this, and 5 will cut by this one. So 5 ones are 5, 5 5s are 25. So we will get the percentage increase as 15%. Okay, hope you have understood it, how to find this type of how to solve this type of question. Let's now move on to the next question. Let's look at this question. The question that we have is, a man buys a car for 5 lakh rupees. He spends 20% of the cost price on repairs and sells it for rupees 7 lakh 20,000, and we have to find his profit percentage. Okay, so see, we already have some data, we need some more data, so we will calculate few things. See, the cost price that is given to us is how much? 5 lakh. Okay, so let's write that first. Next thing is what? Repair cost. Okay, so repair cost which is told to us is how much? Okay, let me write. Repair cost is the 20% of the cost price. So 20% of cost price is what? This 5 lakh only. Okay, so 20% of 5 lakh is how much? It is 1 lakh. Okay, you can calculate it. So I'm directly writing 20% of 5 lakh is 1 lakh. Now the total cost we need to find. Okay, total cost is equals to how much? Initially he bought it at 5 lakh. Okay, and then he spent how much? 1 lakh in repair. So the total cost in his case will be what? 6 lakhs, right? So the total cost that we have is 6 lakhs. Okay, now we have what we know is the selling price. Okay, so selling price is given to us in the question only, which was 7 lakh 20,000. Okay, so based on that we can calculate profit. Profit it was profit is what? Selling price minus cost price. So selling price was 720, and cost price is our new cost price is what? 6, right? Because we have calculated. So this is going to be what? 1,20,000. So means 1,20,000 is his profit. Now what we were asked is, we need to calculate the profit percentage. So the profit percentage, how can it be calculated? We should have profit initially, and then we should have like total cost price, we can say, and then that should be multiplied by 100 to have the final percentage. So let's write the values. So we had this as the profit. Okay, and then the total was what? 6 lakh, and then we will multiply it with 100. So the final answer that we will get for this question is going to be 20%. Okay, so how much profit percentage he has got? That is 20%. So the correct answer in this case is option number D, 20%. Hope you have understood it. If you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section. Moving on to the next one. If PQRS is parallelogram, okay, what is the ratio of the area of triangle PQS and parallelogram PQRS? Okay, see, for this, in order to solve this question, you should understand few things. Okay, see, let's write it down. Ratio of areas. Okay, so we need to find the ratio of areas. First thing is what? Area of triangle is what? Area of triangle is half into base into height. Okay, and second thing is what? Area of parallelogram. This is parallelogram. Okay, Area of parallelogram is how much? Base into height. This is like the formulas that you should know in order to solve this. So ratio of bases you need to count. Okay, ratio of area, sorry. So how you will write this thing? Okay, see, half into b into h. Okay, uh, b into h. Okay, this will get cut off. Okay, and then final ratio that you will get is 1:2. Okay, the correct answer in this case will be option number B, which is 1:2. That is the ratio of area of triangle, and the ratio of area of parallelogram is how much? 1:2. Okay, moving on. We have this next question. How many different committees of 5 members may be formed from 6 gentlemen and 4 ladies? Okay, so this is a combinations based questions. The options that we have is 252, 181, 357 and 603. See, number of committees we need to find out. Okay, number of committees we need to find out. So total ways to form a committee of committee from 5 men, sorry 5 to like the total ways to form a committee of 5 from how many men? Okay, from 6 men and 4 women. Okay, so how can we calculate that? See, this is a combination based question. So total how many we have? 10. Okay, 10 people we have, 6 plus 4, 10. And what is the combination value that we are asked? Out of this we need to find 5 combinations. So we need to solve this one. Okay, how can we solve? So you know the formula of NCR was n factorial divided by r factorial and n minus r factorial. Okay, so let's write it. So 10 factorial divided by 5 factorial and 10 minus 5 factorial. Okay, so 10 factorial and then 5 factorial into 5 factorial. Now 10 factorial, how can we write? Okay, let me write it here. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 and 5 factorial. Okay, and in the below we have 5 factorial into 5 factorial. This will get cut off. Then next statement, let me write it again, simplifying it. 5 factorial can be written as 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so 3 and 2 gets cut off with 6, 4 gets cut off with 8 by 2 and 5 gets cut off by 10 with 2. So the next thing I'm writing it down here. So we will have 2, 9, 2, 7. Okay, when we calculate this, what we will get? See, 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 9 is what? 36. 36 into 7, when you will do, you will get 252. Okay, so the correct answer in this case is going to be option number A. Hope you have understood the logic how we have to calculate. See, this was a combinations based question, so we have taken the total and then out of that how many combinations we need to create. So that is why we have taken 10C5. See, we are told a male and a female typist are needed in an institution. If 10 ladies and 15 gentlemen apply, then in how many ways can the selection be made? Okay, see, it is like kind of simple question only. So number of ways in which we have to select one male and one female typist is like what? Simple, 15 into 10 we will do. Okay, which is 150 ways. So in 150 different ways we can make this selection. So the correct answer for this question is going to be option number D, that is 150. Okay, 150 ways is the answer of this question. This question, 24 men can complete a job in 40 days. Okay, and the number of men required to complete the job in 32 days. So we have to find that out. So see, the options that are given is 40, 25, 30 and 50. So let's see how can we solve this. So let's see total work done. Okay, how much it is. So total work done will be 24 men into 40 days. Okay, that is going to be how much? 960 man days we call it. Okay, 960 man days. Now, you know, whenever we solve these kinds of work based questions, we have this thing that is work is equals to how much? Men into days. Okay, and in our case what we are asked is like men. Okay, the number of men required. So how can we deduce this formula is days or work divided by days. Okay, so work we have already found out, that is 960 man days is the total work, and days is given to us, which is 32. So now when we will solve this 960 by 32, we will get what? 30 men. Okay, so the correct answer for this question is going to be 30 men. Okay, moving on to the next one. If Rama cover a distance of 300 kilometer in 5 hours, what is his speed? Okay, and we have different speeds given to us. Let's calculate it. Speed is equals to what? Distance upon time. Okay, and the distance given to us is what? 300 kilometer, and time that is given to us is 5 hours. Okay, it is given here in question 5 hours. So the distance or the speed of Rama is going to be 60 kilometer per hour. Okay, the correct option is option number B, which is 60 km per hour. Moving on to the next one. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to do so that you don't miss any important updates. Okay. The next question is, Varun can complete a piece of work in 15 days. Raj is 25% more efficient than Varun. How many days Raj can complete the work? Okay, in how many days Raj can complete the work? So the options given are 12 days, 6 days, 14 days and 9 days. See, first we have to understand Raj completion time is 25% more efficient, right? So Raj work with work rate will be how much? If we solve 25, okay, 25 percentage, it is 1.25 times we can say, right? So Varun will take 15 days. Varun takes how many days? 15 days. So Raj will take less than 15 days, okay, because Raj is efficient, okay, because 25% more efficient. So how can we calculate that? So Raj, he will take 15 by 1.25. So in this case, our answer that we will get is 12 days. Okay, the correct answer in this case is option A, which is 12 days. Let's move on to the next one. A train which is 110 meters long passes a telegraph pole in 3 seconds. How long it will take to cross a railway platform which is 165 meter long? The options are 7.5 second, 5 second, C is 10 by 3 second and D is 55 by 3 second. Okay, let's see the speed of train. Okay, let's see that first of all. Speed is equals to distance upon time. The distance that we are given is 110 meter. Okay, and the time that we have is 3 seconds, right? So 110 divided by 3 will be 36.67 meter per second. Okay, now what we are asked is time to cross platform, right? So time to cross platform will be how much? 110, okay, which was like total distance plus 165, okay, because this is the distance of what? Platform. So that also we will consider. So 165 meter, that distance, divided by the speed, okay, which is 36.67. Because see, we need to calculate what? We need to calculate time, because see, we need to calculate time, and time can be calculated by distance upon speed. So distance we are taking total distance, and speed we are taking what we have calculated. Okay, so when you will solve this, you will get the final answer as 7.5 seconds. Okay, which is option number A. So the correct answer in this question is going to be option A. Moving on to the next one. A shirt is marked at 800 rupees, is sold at a discount of 25%. What is the selling price of this shirt? Okay, see, discount is what? Discount, first let's calculate that. Discount is 25% of 800. Okay, which if we solve, we will get how many? We will get the final answer as 200. Okay, moving on. What is the selling price of the shirt which is asked to us? So first what we will do is price minus discount. Okay, this will give us 800 minus 200. This is going to be 600. Okay, and that is why our final answer will be 600. Okay, in this question, which is option number A. The selling price is this one. Moving on to the next one. What is the simple interest on 5,000 rupees at an annual interest rate of 6% for 3 years? The options that we have is 900, 750, 1000 and 1200. See, the formula for simple interest is what? PRT divided by 100. Okay, and if you are not aware, PRT stands for what? P here stands for principal amount, okay, and R stands for rate and T stands for time. So let's see if we have these values to calculate the simple interest formula. So principal that is given to us is 5,000, rate is 6% and time is 3 years. Divided by 100. Let's solve this one. So 50 into 6 into 3. Okay. So this is going to be what? Finally, it is going to be 900. Okay. So the correct answer for this question is 900, which is option number A. Let's look at this question that we have. An automobile financier claims to be lending money at simple interest, but he includes the interest every 6 months for calculating the principal. If he is charging an interest of 10%, the effective rate of interest becomes what? Okay. So see, this is again an easy question only, but you have to be attentive while solving it. So see, how can we solve this question is, first of all, let us consider that the sum or the principal amount is 100. Okay, because in this one we have to consider, or like we have to assume few values. Okay, let the sum be rupees 100. Okay, so sum initially I have considered as 100, and then what we will do, we will try to calculate simple interest for first 6 months. Okay, first 6 months. What it will be, we have the formula for simple interest as what? PRT by 100. Let's try to substitute the values. So see, P is what? Principal is 100, right? We have considered that. Rate is what? 10%. It is given to us in the question. Okay, and initially T will be first 1. Okay, we are considering, and then T will be 1 by 2. Okay, because 6 months, right? So we are considering T value as 1 by 2. Okay, now on solving, what we will get, if you will cut off and all, you will get the value as 5. Okay, for simple interest. Okay, for first 6 months. In the same way, what we will do, simple interest for next 6 months, right? Or last 6 months, you can say. Okay, because for 1 year only we are calculating, right? So for last 6 months, it is going to be what again? PRT by 100. Okay, now this time the sum will be how much? Initially it was 10. Now 5 interest is also added, right? So this time our principal will be 105. Okay, rate 10%, and then 1 by 2 for the next 6 months, and divided by 100. Okay, now on solving this, what you will get, you will cut off few values and all. After that, what you will get is 5.25 as the simple interest for the next 6 months. Now amount that we will have by the end of the year. Okay, amount by end of the year, what we will have, we will see, initially we invested 100, right? Then on that we got 5 interest for first 6, and then 5.25 for next 6, right? So when total we will do it, we will get 110.25. okay, this is the total amount for like the entire year. Now if we count, what we were asked is to calculate the effective rate. Effective rate is what? So let's calculate the effective rate is nothing but the final value of or amount that we have got minus the initial value that we took, okay, which is 10.25%. So in this way, the correct answer is going to be option number B, which is 10.25%. I hope you have understood it. It's just that you have to understand how to calculate effective rate. Okay, so for effective rate, basically whatever the value that we invested initially, and then whatever the value that we got at the final, we will subtract those values. And since in this case we were not having some data, so we have assumed the data to be 100, and based on that we have done our calculation. So finally we got our value as 10.25%. It is easy. Once you practice these kinds of question, it won't be that much tough. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can write it in the comment section. Moving on to the next question now. Let's look at this question that we have based on simple interest. The question is, a sum of rupees 12,500 amounts to 15,500 in 4 years at the rate of simple interest. What is the rate of interest we have to find in this case? Okay, so see, like in order to solve the questions related to simple interest, this is the main formula that you have to remember, that is simple interest is equals to PRT divided by 100. Okay, where P is what? P is your principal amount, okay, and then R is your rate, and T is the time. Okay, now let's try to solve this question based on the data which is given to us and what is asked to us. See, first let's understand what is asked to us. The thing that is asked to us is what is the rate of interest. Okay, so rate means R value we need to find out. So remaining everything must be given to us, then only we can find out the rate value by substituting all the other values, right? So see, let's start reading the first thing. Sum of 12,005 rupees amounts to 15,500, which means this was the principal amount that was invested. right? And then this amount was later on increased to this one. Okay, so see, in order to calculate SI, what we can do is, what is the final amount? If we subtract that, from that, if we subtract the initial or principal amount, we get the simple interest. Okay, so in this case we got the simple interest value. Now we can easily substitute in our formula. Okay, so let's see, we have SI value with us. Now let's see what are the other values. 4 years, so time also we have, so T value also we have 4 years. Now P value, so P is already given, P is the principal, right, which is 12,500. so we have all the values. Our work is just to substitute all the values in the formula and then we will get it. So let's substitute it. Okay, so see, SI value I will put first, which is 3,000. Okay, and then here we have principal amount, which is 12,500. okay, then multiplied by what? Multiplied by R value. So as of now R is the only one which we need to find out, so I will write as it is, T value, which is 4 year, and then divided by 100. Okay, let's now find the R value. So what I will do, I will keep R here, and then remaining things I will send on the other side. So 3000 will be here and 100 will go there, so it will be 100 here, and then divided by this 12,500 multiplied by 4. Okay, so some things will get cancelled. Once you will cancel and all everything, you will finally get the answer as R value as 6, and R is what? Rate, so it will be in percentage. Okay, so the correct answer for this question will be 6%. Let's see if we have that option. Yes, option number 4 is correct, which is option number D. 6% is the answer for this question. Okay, hope you have understood it. If you are aware of this formula, then you can mostly clear any of the questions that you get on simple interest. So the formula is PRT upon 100. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment section. Moving on to the next question. Let's look at this question. A lent rupees 5,000 to B for 2 years and rupees 3,000 to C for 4 years on simple interest at same rate of interest and received rupees 2,200 in all from both the as interest. What is the interest rate per annum? Okay, so see here, A has lent the money to 2 people, okay, to B also and to C also. So we have to calculate in such a way, okay, like the data is given in such a way. So see, what is asked is, what is the rate of interest per annum? So let's consider that, let rate be R. Okay, so initially we are considering that the rate value is R, and using R only we will find out the final value of R. Okay, so see, according to first question, what is told, first equation or first statement, what is told is, A lent rupees 5,000 to B for 2 years and rupees 3,000 to C for 4 years on simple interest at same rate and received 2,200, which means the sum of these two simple interest is 2,200. Okay, so if I write simple interest for A and then simple interest for B is equals to what? 2,200. Okay, now let's do final things. Okay, so we know the formula for simple interest, which is PRT by 100. Okay, so let's try to substitute the values. So see, initially in the first one, principal is what? 5,000, so I will write 5,000 here. Rate is told same, right? Same rate. Okay, and we have considered our rate value to be R, so we will use this R value only. And time, initially in the first one it is told 2 years, right? So I will substitute 2 here. Okay, then in the second one, principal amount is 3,000, rate is R because it is same for both, and time for second one is what? 4 years. Okay, so I will put 4 here, divided by 100. Okay, and then this side we will have 2,200 only. Okay, so solving this will give us how much? 100R. Okay, plus here we will get 120R, and then this side we will have 2,200. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to find the value of R, right? So 120 plus 100 is what? 220R is equals to 2,200, and simply our R value becomes what? 2,200 divided by 220, which is simply 10. Okay, so rate is what? 10% in this case. So let's see the correct option that we have. Option number E is the correct option for this question. Okay, which is 10%. Hope you have understood it. Moving on to the next question now. Let's look at this question. So in this question, what we need to do is, let's first read the problem statement. The first and the last sentences S1 and S4 of a passage are given, whereas some sentences S2 and S3 are missing. Identify the alternatives that will meaningfully fill in the blanks against S1 and S2 respectively. Basically what we are told is we have 4 sentences, S1, S2, S3 and S4, and the positions of S1 and S4 are correct. Now we need to select S2 and S3, right? What will come in S2 and S3, and we are given 4 options. So out of 4 options we have to select which one will come in S2 and then which one will come in S3, and we are given different options. Okay, so first let's read the statements which are already given, and then we will analyze what will come in S2 and S3. A train journey changed Gandhi's life and eventually the course of history. Okay, then we have sentence 2 and sentence 3, and the final sentence is, but I have a first class ticket, Gandhi said. That doesn't matter, replied the conductor, no colorets. Okay, so let's see. We have these alternatives. First let's give these alternatives a read, and then we will see what will come in those sentence 2 and sentence 3. Mahatma Gandhi pushed the Brits out of India with some unorthodox methods that we often take for granted. The conductor insisted Gandhi to move to the third class. It was 1893 late at 9 in South Africa that a barrister named M.K. Gandhi was traveling first class when a white passenger entered the compartment, took one look at him and summoned the conductor. Should he retreat to India or remain in South Africa and fight injustices like the one he has just experienced? See, so guys, in first sentence the correct one that will come will be R. Okay, so here R will come. Why so? Let's read this. See, option R is basically setting the scene. Okay, because when you read statement first, it is saying a train journey changed Gandhi's life and eventually the course of history, right? And then this is setting up the like, what do we say? This is setting up the scene of the paragraph, right? So option R is the correct place in sentence 2 because it is setting the scene by providing essential background details like time and then place and then Gandhi's status, right? So all these things are mentioned there. That is why R will come in the first sentence, and then what will come is in the third sentence will come Q. Okay, so Q, that is the conductor insisted Gandhi to move to the third class. So Q basically is describing the immediate trigger of the dramatic exchange. Basically, see what it is going on is in R. Late night in South Africa, the barrister named M.K. Gandhi was traveling first class when a white passenger entered the compartment, took one look at him and summoned the conductor. See, and where the sentence was ending, like he summoned the conductor. So after the conductor is summoned, what will happen? That should be continued. So this statement is correctly mentioning that. That is why the conductor insisted Gandhi to move to the third class. Okay, so the correct answer that we have got is R and Q. Okay, so which is option number D in our case. So the correct answer for this question is going to be option number D. Okay, so let's now move on to the next question. Let's read this question. Again, we are given 4 sentences and the first and 4 sentences are already given. We need to find what will come in sentence number 2 and sentence number 3, and we have 4 options. Okay, let's first start reading with the sentence 1. Galen of Pergamum was a Greek physician, surgeon and philosopher in the Roman Empire. And the final sentence is, and yet Galen never conducted anything resembling an experiment. Okay, so see, let's first quickly give a read to all the alternatives that we have. His writings were indisputable source of medical authority for more than 1,000 years. It will be feel made with arrogance, hubris and sheer lack of scientific rigor. Doubt is no fearful thing, as we'll soon learn. It is in fact what propels science forward. Considering to be one of the most important accomplished of all medical researcher, Galen influenced the development of various scientific disciplines including anatomy, physiology, pathology, pharmacology and neurology. See, now see actually what will come in sentence number 2 is option number S. Okay, let's see how. Because for that we have to read first statement again. Galen of Pergamum was a Greek physician, surgeon and philosopher in the Roman Empire. Considered to be one of the most accomplished of all medical researchers, Galen influenced the development of various scientific disciplines. See, we were talking about Galen and then the further communication about Galen is only happening, right? That they are still talking about Galen only. So that is the continuation. That is why we have taken S as the sentence number 2. And then what will come in the next sentence is, it will be sentence number P. Okay, let's try to read it. So the sentence of Galen was ending here. Okay, that is Galen influenced the development of various scientific disciplines including anatomy, physiology, pathology, pharmacology and neurology. Then we are talking more. Okay, what apart from that he has done. So that is what we are writing. His writings were the indisputable source of medical authority for more than 1000 years, right? So then that's why the correct answer that will come here will be P. And finally, and yet Galen never conducted anything resembling an experiment. So the correct answer will be sequence S and then sequence sentence number P. So what is the option? So option C is the correct answer for this one. Hope you have understood it. And if you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section. Let's now move on to the next question. So we are given this question. Let's read out the question first. Sentences of a paragraph are given below in jumbled order. Arrange the sentences in the correct order to form a meaningful and coherent paragraph. So we are given 4 sentences. We have to rearrange them to make a meaningful paragraph. Let's try to rearrange the sentences. First, we will give the sentences a read and then we will rearrange them. The first sentence is, Raja was a shoeshine boy. Raja was hardworking and wanted to take care of his family. So after school, he would sit near a cinema hall and polish shoes for a living. He lived with his mother and sister in a small juggi. See, so the first thing is we are starting to talk about Raja, right? So first sentence will be Raja A, okay, that is Raja was a shoeshine boy, okay. Then next sentence that will come will be about where he is living. So he lived with his mother and his sister in a small juggi, okay. Then sentence D will come. Then what will come is sentence B, that is Raja was hardworking and wanted to take care of his family, okay. So then the next sentence is sentence number B and then C, okay. See, the last sentence is, so after school he would sit near a cinema hall and polish the shoes for a living. So this is the correct sentence, that is A, D, B and C. The correct answer is option number A. Basically you have to make the arrangement in such a way that this paragraph is meaningful when we read it, okay. Let's now move on to the next question. We have this question, okay. Let's read it. Select the most appropriate option that can substitute the underlined segment in the given sentence. So we have a part of the sentence which is underlined and we have to kind of find a one word substitution for this particular part, okay. Let's see the sentence that we have. We live in a society that is not bound or connected to a religion or a religious body, okay. So we have the different options as orthodox, rudimentary, organic and secular. See, there are different options and let me tell you the meaning of each, okay. Then it will be easier for you to decide what will come, okay, because you should know the like reason or the meaning for all of this, okay. So see, orthodox means what? Implies adherence to traditional or established beliefs, okay. So basically orthodox means it implies adherence to traditional or established beliefs, okay. Whatever the beliefs are there, we have to follow that. So, but see, here it is not about that, right? It is something else, not bound or connected to a religion or religious body. So that is something else, okay. So rudimentary means what? Rudimentary means basic, we can say basic or primitive, okay. But again, this is not about like basic or primitive also. Let's see the next one. Organic. Organic typically refers to natural growth or like composition, right? We know that. So this is also not something which is like exactly similar to this. And last one is secular. So secular is exactly correct and the exact meaning of this, because see, secular means what? Secular means non-religious, okay. Non-religious. So non-religious or separate from religional institutions, basically, okay. Secular means that. So the correct answer in this case will be secular, because secular means what? Not bound or connected to a religion or a religious body, okay. So moving on now. So then in this case the correct answer is going to be option number D, which is secular, okay. Hope you have understood the answer. So let's move on to the next question now, guys. So before we move on to the next question, guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so, because it takes a lot of hard work to create this kind of content for all of you, and that too for free of cost. So please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, give this video a like so that it reaches out to more students and they can also prepare for it, and it also gives me a motivation to bring more such content for all of you in future, okay. Let's now look at this question. Again, we have the similar kind of question, that is select the most appropriate option to substitute the underlined segment in the given sentence. We have this sentence, okay, let's read it out, and this is the underlined segment. Sujata may not be with us in this world anymore. Her mark, however, remains impossible to forget or remove, okay. So see, again we have different options. Let me tell you quickly the meaning of this. Invincible, okay. See, invincible means something which is unbeatable or too powerful to be defeated, okay. So we can say invincible means what? Unbeatable, okay. But here it is what? Impossible to forget, not impossible to beat, right? So that is why invincible will not be the correct answer in our case. Let's see fallible. See, fallible means what? Capable of making mistakes. Okay, so capable of making mistakes. Okay, but this is totally not making sense here, right? So this will also not be the correct answer. Next is gullible. Okay, gullible means what? Gullible means what? Gullible means easily, something which is which can be someone which can be easily tricked. Okay, so again, this one is also not the correct option. Yes, indelible is the correct answer. Why so? Because indelible is what? Means it is impossible to forget or remove. The exact meaning of this thing is only indelible. Okay, so I hope you understood it. So the correct answer in this case is option number D. See guys, the main thing is whenever these kinds of questions comes and when you are practicing, it is very important that you try to practice these new words, right? Because you never know, it will come anytime handy in your other questions, right? So try to increase your vocabulary as much as possible. Okay, let's now move on to the next question. Select the most appropriate meaning of the underlined form, underlined idiom. We have this idiom and we have to tell what is the meaning of it. Let's read the sentence. My brother loves Sundays because on that day he can be a couch potato. Okay, what is the idiom that we have? I would say most of us have already heard about it, right? So you can guess it. I would suggest before directly seeing the answers, guys, please pause for a minute and then think of the solution in your mind. You will easily be able to think. If not, if you are not able to think, then you can proceed with the solution. Let's see the options that we have. A person who eats potato. No, this is not the correct answer. A lazy person. Yes. Couch potato is basically what? Couch potato is someone who is very lazy, right? The idiom couch potato is commonly used to describe someone like who is very lazy, typically like spending long hours sitting on the couch, right, without doing any much activity. So it is like not specifically mean someone like who eats potatoes, sleeps all day, or is simply allowed to use the sofa. Thus the most appropriate meaning is a lazy person, because see, these are what? A person who sleeps every day, whole day, right? That is also not making sense. Is allowed to use sofa. These are like very literal meanings, right? A couch potato. See, this is like related to sofa and couch. So someone who does not know might select this one as the answer. Someone who does not know again the meaning of it might select first one as the answer, because you know potatoes is coming. So you have to understand the meanings of the idioms also, and the very commonly or regularly used idioms. Moving on to the next question now again. So we have this question. Let's see first of all this question. Okay, that is select the most appropriate meaning of the underlined idiom. We have this idiom. Okay, let's try to understand the answer for this one. First, read the statement or the sentence. She was head and shoulders above the others in her dance performance, and the options are much taller than, far superior than, quite odd form, and very jealous of. So see, these all options are very clear to you, right? So I'm directly going to tell you the correct answer. That is, she was far superior than others in her dance performance. So the correct answer in this case is going to be option number option number B. Okay, so the option number B is the correct answer, because she was superior or good than others, right? So this is the correct answer. Let's move on to the next question, which is the following sentence has been split into 4 segments. Identify the segment that contains a grammatical error. Let's see the segments that we have. It was said that if you yawned beneath the tree, the prat would jump down your throat and ruin your throat and ruin your digestion. Okay, so we have to tell which of the sentence has grammatical error in it. So the options that we have is like, again, the different parts of sentences only are given as the options. The correct answer in this case would be this part. Okay, that is, the prat would jumped down. See guys, if you will read properly, you will get to know, okay, in one go only, that there is some problem related to verb form. Okay, that is jumped here. See, it should not be jumped. Let me tell you why. See, in this segment, what is happening? The error is with the verb form jumped, which is following would, because see, it is coming after would, right? So in conditional constructions, what happens is with would, the base form of the verb should be used, right? Therefore, this should be the correct sentence, or this part would be the prat would jump. Okay, the prat would jump down. See, because we are using would, right, which means this is not about past tense. So that is why how can we use jumped here, right? So hope you understand it. This is a grammatical error. So that is why the correct answer in this case would be option number C. See, we don't have to tell the correct sentence. We just have to figure out which part has the grammatical error, and then our work is done. Let's look at this question. So we have this question, that is select the most appropriate synonym of the given word. We are given a word, we have to tell the most appropriate synonym or the meaning of this word. Okay, the word is comprise, and the options that we have are include, reject, exclude, and abandon. So see, in this one, the correct answer is going to be include. Okay, because the word comprise means what? To consist of or to include. In other words, when something when something comprises several parts, it includes them as its component. Therefore, include is the most appropriate synonym to this word comprise. Okay, so the correct answer in this case is going to be option number A. Moving on to the next question now. So in this question, again, we need to find out the most appropriate synonym of the given word, and the word is knave. And the options that we have are fraud, idealist, selfish, and paragon. Okay, so the word that is that we have is knave. Okay, let's see what can be the answer for this question. Before that, I'll tell you the meaning of the word knave. Okay, what knave means is, see, the word knave refers to a dishonest or uncultured or unscrupulous person. Okay, basically, what does that mean? Person who is dishonest. Okay, so knave means what? Dishonest person, you can say. Okay, now with this you will get the hint. Dishonest person is what? Fraud, right? The correct answer in this case would be fraud. So just to give you an idea about the other the meanings of the other words, idealist is what? Idealist is someone who is having high ideals. Okay, so this is a positive word basically. Idealist is someone who is having high ideals, and selfish, we all know, someone very concerned with their own interest. Okay, and what is paragon? So paragon means a mode of excellence or a model of excellence, basically someone who is a model of excellence. Okay, so for that we use the word paragon, but in this case the correct answer was fraud, because the meaning of the word knave is what? A dishonest person. So the correct answer is option number A, which is fraud. Moving on to the next question now. We have this question. The following sentence has been split into 4 segments. Identify the segment that contain grammatical error. Let's read out the sentence. The moon was a good 2 hours higher than when I had last seen. The sky and the night, though rainy, was much light. Okay, so we have to tell which part of the sentence has error. So the correct answer in this case would be was much light. Okay, let me tell you the reason for it. See, the segment was much light is grammatically incorrect, because in this context the sentence intends to compare the brightness or quality of the night, right? So, and the phrase should either be was much lighter. Okay, instead of it should be was much lighter. Okay, because what is happening, the comparison is happening, right? So that is why we should say lighter instead of light. So hope you have understood it. Next, the correct answer would be option number option number D. Okay, which is was much lighter. Let's move now to the next question. We have this question. The following sentence has been split into 4 segments. Identify the segment that contains a grammatical error. Let's read out the sentence. One Sunday, when the lady has chained him up as usual and was about halfway through the forest, she suddenly thought she hears the cracking of a tree branch. See, in this case, the correct answer would be this one, because it has grammatical error in it. See, she hears the cracking of a tree branch is the wrong answer, because the error lies in the tense inconsistency with the sentence. Okay, so see, we have the thing that is she suddenly thought, right? So she suddenly thought is in the past tense. Okay, so the subsequent clause also should be in the past tense, but according to this, it is not in the past tense, right? So it should be she heard the crackling, okay, of a tree branch. Basically, hears is a wrong word here, so instead of it should be heard. Okay, and I told you the reason, because see, sometimes, in order to find out the answer, you have to see the preceding sentence also, because this sentence is talking in past tense. So how can we use the word hears, right? It should be heard. She heard the crackling of a tree branch. So in this case, the correct option is option number D. See guys, in question we know that our main aim is to just find the error part only, not the reason for, or what, not the, we don't have to correct them. Okay, but we can only find out which has error once we know what is the error, right? So that is why we are practicing in such way. Moving on to the next set of question. Okay, now we have a question which is related to reading comprehension. Okay, now in this kinds of question, what we usually need to do is we will be given a passage, we have to read it, and then we have to complete the following sentence or the subsequent sentence. I would suggest you that, okay, I will also read by myself, but you also pause the video for a minute, read the entire passage, and then we will take up the questions. Okay, so I am starting to read the passage now. Gregor Mendel was born in a poor family. Poor farmer's family in Austria in 1822. He was very fond of his studies, but very thought of examinations made him nervous. He did not have money to study at the university, so he thought of becoming a monk in the monastery. He thought from there he would be sent to study further, which he was, but to become a scientist teacher. He had to take an exam. He got so nervous that he kept running away from the exam and keep failing. But he did not stop doing experiments. For 7 years, he did experiments on 28,000 plants in the garden of monastery. He worked hard, collected many observations, and made a new discovery. Something the scientists at that time could not even understand. They understood it many years after his death. When other scientists did such experiments and read what Mendel had already written, what did Mendel find in those plants? He found that the pea plant has some traits which come in pairs. Okay, let's now see the next passage. Like this is the same kind of passage, only the next paragraph of that passage. Like the seed is either rough or smooth, it is either yellow or green, and the height of the plant is either tall or short, nothing in between. The next generation, the children of the plant which has either rough or smooth seeds, will also have seeds which are rough or smooth. There is no seed which is mixed, a bit smooth and a bit rough. He found the same with color. Seeds which are either green or yellow give rise to new seeds which are either green or yellow. The next generation does not have seeds with a mixed new color made from both green and yellow. Mendel showed that in the next generation of pea plants, there will be more plants having yellow seeds. He also showed that the next generation will have more plants with smooth seeds. What a discovery. Okay, so now we have read the complete passage. Now guys, in order to save time in this video, I'm not going to again and again read the passage. I'm just going to tell you the answer, but it should be very clear to you that you might need to read the passage twice or thrice or even 4 times also if required, because you see, for every question you might have to go into the passage and read out that which exact part is talking about this question which is being asked. Okay, but here, in order to save time, I'm just telling you the answers in one go. Okay, let's see the question that we have. Question is, which of the following is the most appropriate title of this passage? So see what the passage is talking about. Based on that, we have to suggest a title for this passage. Okay, let's see the options that we have. The color of peace, an amazing discovery, a rare quality, gardening in the monastery. See, so if you guys have also paid it with some attention, you might feel that the correct answer will be option number B. Okay, the correct answer in this case is option B. Let's move on to the next question, which is select the most appropriate antonym of the given word. So we have the given word height. Okay, and then we have to tell the antonym of it. The options that we have are length, stature, depth, and figure. So see guys, in this case, even though I would suggest that, I would say that this question is not even related to passage. Even if this is a like separate question that is given to you individually, also you can figure out, right, the correct answer. The correct answer in this case is going to be depth, which is going to be option number C. Moving on to the next questions based on this passage only. Okay, so the question is, select the most appropriate synonym of the given word. The given word that we have is traits. The options are actions, qualities, components, and routines. So the correct answer in this case is going to be qualities. Okay, traits means qualities, that is why we are selecting this word. And just to tell you what other words means, actions means actions implies things that someone does. Okay, and components means what? Components, it refers to the parts of a whole thing, right? And routines means what? Routine pertains to the habitual actions. Okay, so these are very pretty basic words, so you also can like guess the correct answer in that case. Let's see the next question that we have based on the passage. Why did Mendel join a monastery? The options are because he was interested in religion, because he was too nervous to pass the exam, because he wanted to continue his experiments there, because he didn't have money to study further. See, like if you have read the passage, the correct answer is because he did not have money to study further. Okay, it was there in the first paragraph itself on line number 2 or 3, if you have noticed it correctly. The correct answer for this is going to be option number D, which is because he didn't have money to study further, he joined the monastery. Okay, the next question is, select the statement which is not correct. Okay, just make sure that you are selecting a statement which is not correct from the passage. Let's read the statements that we have. Mendel conducted experiments for 7 years on 28,000 plants. Okay. Mendel found that every pea has seeds which are either smooth or rough. Mendel found that the seeds of the next generation are in mixed new shades. And the option D is Mendel found that the seeds of the next generation are rough or smooth. So see, if you have also read the passage correctly, we have seen that he already, like he told at many places, that the traits of the seeds is going to be either one, okay, either rough or smooth, or one color, okay, either green or yellow. So this option C is a contradictory statement, which is wrong in this case. If you read this again, Mendel found that the seeds of the next generation are in mixed new shades. This is totally wrong. He never said that, right? He told that seeds will have only one color, either green or either yellow. And at one point he also told that there will be more yellow that we will be able to see, okay, in future. But so the correct answer is option C. Basically, he never said that there will be mixed shades, okay. Instead, he said the other thing, that there will be no mixed shades, okay. So the correct answer in this case is option number C. Let's look at this question that we have. What is the primary objective of demand forecasting in business? The options that we have are to set product prices, to predict future sales and production needs, to increase competition, and to eliminate market risks. So basically guys, the answer for this question is going to be option number 2, that is to predict future sales and production needs, okay. The reason for that is basically demand forecasting helps businesses anticipate future customer demand, allowing them to optimize production, inventory, and resource allocation. Okay, let's move on now to the next question. Which pricing strategy involves setting a high initial price and then gradually lowering it over time? The options that we have are skimming pricing, penetration pricing, cost plus pricing, and competitive pricing. Okay, the answer for this will be option number 1, which is skimming pricing. Okay, the reason being it, skimming pricing is used when a new product is launched at a high price to maximize early profits before reducing the price to attract more price sensitive customers. Okay, I hope you understand the meaning of skimming pricing. So if you understand that, then you can easily answer that question. Okay, moving on to the next one that we have. In a business context, which of the following best defines break even point? Okay, let's see the option that we have. The options are the point where total revenue equal total cost, the highest level of a profit achieved, the lowest price a product can be sold at, and the minimum investment needed to start a business. The answer is going to be the point where total revenue equals total cost. Okay, basically the break even point is when a business neither makes a profit nor incurs a loss, meaning revenues covers all fixed and variable costs. Okay, moving on to the next one. Which business strategy involves focusing on a narrow market segment with specialized offerings? The options that we have are market penetration, mass marketing, niche marketing, and price leadership. The answer for this is going to be option number 3, which is niche marketing. Okay, hence the answer is option 3. Niche marketing targets a small specific group of customers with tailored products or services, often with less competition. Okay. So guys, before we move on to the next question, I just want to request you humbly that if you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel, as it is going to be very helpful for you, as I not only updates off-campus drives but also post preparation materials to different examination on my channel. Let's move on now to the next question that we have here. The question is, the process of setting measurable financial and performance targets for an organization is called. The options are cost estimation, budgeting, market research, and product forecasting. Okay, the answer in this case is going to be clear-cut budgeting. Okay, that is option number 2. Basically, budgeting involves planning and allocating financial resources to different business functions to achieve organization goals. Moving on now to our next question that we have. Which of the following factors is not a part of Porter's 5 forces model? Okay, the options that we have are threat of new entrants. Second option is bargaining powers of buyers. Third option is political instability, and fourth option is competitive rivalry. Okay, the answer for this is option number 3, which is political instability. That is option number 3. Okay, let's before we move on to the next question, the answer for why political instability is the answer for this one is Porter's 5 forces focuses on competitive pressures such as buyer or supplier power, new entrants, substitutes, and industry rivalry. Political instability is an external factor which is not a part of the model. Okay, that is why we have selected the answer as political instability, because we were asked not a part of Porter's 5 model. Okay. Moving on to the next question that we have. When two companies at the same level of the supply chain merge, it is called, the options are vertical merger, conglomerate merger, horizontal merger, and strategic alliance. The answer is going to be horizontal merger. Okay, option number 3. So answer is option 3, horizontal merger. A horizontal merger basically occurs when two companies in the same industry and market level merge to increase market share and reduce competition. Okay. Let's now look at our next question that we have. What is the main goal of Six Sigma methodology in business? The options are reducing operational cost. Second is increasing the number of products produced. Third is eliminating defects and improving quality. And fourth is expanding into international markets. The answer for this is eliminating defects and improving quality. Okay, which is third option is the correct answer for this one. So Six Sigma basically focuses on reducing errors and variability into processes to improve product quality and customer satisfaction. Let's now look at the next question that we have. Which term refers to companies' ability to generate revenue and sustain profitability over time? The options are liquidity, scalability, profitability, and solvency. The correct answer in this case is going to be scalability. Okay, which is option number 2. Scalability basically refers to companies' ability to grow revenue without a proportional increase in cost, ensuring the long-term profitability. Okay guys, before now jumping on to the next question, if you're finding this video helpful, please make sure that you drop the comment helpful. Okay, with that I get to know how many of you are preparing for it, and with that I will post further content based on this type of content. Okay, the next question that we have is, which of the following is not a type of business risk? So basically we have different types of business risks. We have to tell which amongst them is not a type of business risk. Okay, the options are strategic risk, operational risk, natural risk, and financial risk. Guys, the correct answer for this question is going to be option number 3, which is natural risk. Okay. See, business risk include different types of risk like strategic, operational, and financial risk. Natural risk, for example, like earthquake, are external and categorized under environmental risk rather than business risk. Okay, so you have to understand there are different categories of risk. So natural risk, under natural risk, types of risk comes which is like earthquake and all, which is types of environmental risk. Okay. Let's look at the next question that we have here. Which inventory management technique follows the principle of first purchased, first sold? The options are last in, first out. Option second is first in, first out. Option third is economic order quantity. And option 4 is just in time, which is JIT. The correct answer in this case is going to be option number 2, that is first in, first out, FIFO. Okay. FIFO ensures that the oldest inventory is sold first, reducing the risk of obsolete stock and maintaining product freshness. Okay, so whatever stock that came into your inventory for the first should go out first. Okay, otherwise what will happen? You will occur the problem of dead stock, and that should not happen, right? Okay, moving on. What is the main purpose of a balance sheet in financial reporting? The options that we have are to record daily transactions, to summarize revenue and expenses, to show a company's financial position as a specific time, and fourth option is to forecast future profits. The correct answer in this case is option number 3. Okay, that is to show a company's financial position at a specific time. So basically a balance sheet, as I am very sure you must all know it, a balance sheet presents a snapshot of company's assets, liabilities, and equity at a specific date, helping assess financial health of a company. Moving on. What does a company's working capital indicate? The options are the profit margin of the company, the amount of money invested in marketing, the company's short-term liquidity and operational efficiency, the number of products sold in a year. The correct answer is the company's short-term liquidity and operational efficiency, which is option number 3. So see, working capital, which is like current assets, current liabilities, measures a company's ability to meet short-term obligations and fund daily operations. Okay. Let's see the next question that we have here. Which of the following is an example of non-price competition? Okay, let's see the options that we have here are offering discount to customers, increasing product prices during peak demand, improving customer service and branding, and reducing the price to gain market share. The correct answer in this case is going to be option number 3, that is improving customer service and branding. Okay. So non-price competition focuses only on factors like customer service, quantity, branding, and innovation rather than changing the price to gain the market share. Okay, moving on. What does the term angel investor refer to in a business? The options that we have are a government financial institution, a wealthy individual who provides funding to startups, a type of mutual fund, a company that provides business loans. Okay, the correct answer in this case is going to be our option number 2, which is a wealthy individual who provides funding to startups. Angel investors are individuals basically who fund startup in an exchange of equity or convertible debt and helping early stage businesses to grow. Moving on. So guys, so far we have practiced a lot of questions. Now I have one DIY question for you. DIY as in do it yourself. So if you have watched the video so far, make sure to attempt this question and write down the answer of this question in the comment box. With that, I get to know that you are honest in your preparation and you are attempting the questions honestly. The question that we have for DIY today is, which of the following is an example of a fixed cost for a business? The options are raw material cost, option 2 is employee salaries, option 3 is electricity bills, that is varying usage, and option 4 is transportation cost. Make sure to attempt this question and write down the answer of this question in the comment box. So that's all for today guys. I hope you found the video helpful. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Make sure to join me on Telegram and Instagram as well. You can ask your queries in the Instagram DM as well, and if you need any content, you can request it on our Telegram channel. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet to receive all the latest regular updates. I regularly post off-campus drives and preparation related videos for placements on my channel. So that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching the video.